If you've ever watched your horse swish its tail back and forth and wondered, is it just the flies or is something wrong? You're asking the right question. Because that simple motion is one of the most misunderstood signals in the equine world. Most of us assume a swishing tail means flies, and sometimes it does. But what if I told you that tail is also a direct line into your horse's mind? A signal for discomfort, frustration, even pain. A horse's tail is like a mood barometer. A gentle sway in the pasture is one thing, but a sharp, rhythmic, or constant swish under saddle, that's a conversation starter. Let's start with the basics. In the wild, a horse's tail is a vital tool. It swats insects, communicates with the herd, and even signals alarm. A high, stiff tail can mean excitement or fear. A clamped tail signals submission or pain. But the swish, that side-to-side motion, is nuanced. It exists on a spectrum from mild annoyance to serious distress. So, how do you tell the difference? It all comes down to context, rhythm, and intensity. Imagine two scenes. In the first, your horse is grazing in a sunny field. Flies buzz around its legs and flank. Its tail swings in a lazy, almost hypnotic rhythm, left, right, left. It's not frantic. The horse is calm, ears are relaxed. This is pure fly defense. It's automatic, like us brushing a mosquito off our arm. Now picture a different scene. You're riding, you ask for a canter departure. Your horse's tail suddenly flicks, sharp and deliberate with every stride. Its back might feel tense. Its ears might pin back. This isn't about flies. This is your horse saying, "This is uncomfortable," or even, "This hurts." This is where we enter the deeper language of the swish. Because a tail in motion is rarely just about one thing. It's a response to a feeling. One of the most common causes of undersaddle tail swishing is physical discomfort. Ill-fitting tack is a classic culprit. A pinching saddle, a girth that's too tight, a bit that causes mouth pain, all of these can trigger that swish as a protest. The horse can't say, "My back hurts." It swishes its tail instead. Then there's musculoskeletal pain. A sore back, hocks, or stifles can make certain movements painful. When you cue for a transition or a specific gait, the horse braces against the discomfort and the tail flicks in response. It's a physical manifestation of the pain, almost like a wince, but it's not always physical. Sometimes it's mental. Confusion and frustration are powerful triggers. If a horse doesn't understand what you're asking, or if the training pressure is too high, the tail swish becomes an outlet for that mental tension. It's the equine equivalent of sighing in frustration. You'll often see this paired with head tossing or resistance. So you're riding, and the tail starts swishing. What do? The first step is to become a detective. Rule out the simple stuff. Are there flies? If not, your investigation begins. Check your equipment. Is the saddle balanced? Is the girth comfortable? Run your hands over your horse's back, pressing along the spine and muscles. Look for flinches, swelling, or areas of heat. These are red flags. Next, observe the pattern. Is the swishing tied to a specific cue? For example, does it happen every time you ask for a right lead canter but not the left? That could point to a physical asymmetry or pain on one side. A consistent pattern is a huge clue. Now, let's talk about the rider. Our balance, our seat, our hands, we can unintentionally be the source of the irritation. A heavy, unbalanced seat can pester a horse's back. Restrictive, unyielding hands can cause mouth pain that translates to tail swishing. Sometimes, the most important fix isn't on the horse, but in our own riding. This is the moment of connection. When you start to decipher the swish, you stop being just a rider and start becoming a partner. You learn to listen with your eyes and feel. That sharp tail flick isn't disobedience, it's feedback. It's your horse trusting you enough to say, "Hey, this isn't working for me." Resolving tail swishing is a process of elimination and empathy. It might mean a saddle fitter, a visit from the veterinarian, a session with a body worker, or simply going back to basics in your training to rebuild confidence. The goal isn't to suppress the swish, but to understand and remove the reason for it. When you address the root cause, something beautiful happens. The communication deepens, the swishing diminishes. The horse moves with more freedom and relaxation. You haven't trained the behavior away, you've answered a call for help. And that builds a bond that goes far beyond the arena or the trail. Your horse's tail is a silent narrator of its inner world. A gentle sway tells one story. A sharp, irritated swish tells another. Learning to read it is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It turns routine rides into conversations and transforms you from a passenger into a true pet mind reader. What's one behavior your horse does that you've always wondered about? Share it in the comments below. It might just be the topic of our next deep dive into the equine mind.